Bonsoir You6, bonsoir les enfants, c'est Madame Dell. J'espère que vous avez passé une bonne semaine. I hope that you've had a good week. Okay, children, so we have just finished our French curriculum for this year. Okay, you have done so well, worked so hard. I am very, very impressed. So what we're going to do now is move on slightly and work on role plays. Role plays you may find useful when you, or if you want to travel to a French-speaking country. So we are going to talk about a role play linked to the cafe. So here is an example. So let's just study it together first. So the serveur in French is the waiter. Now, if you wanted to say the waitress, you would say serveuse. Now, le client is a customer. It's not that the word client that we use in English when you're talking about a solicitor's client, for example. Now, if you are a girl and you are a customer, you would say cliente, cliente, and you will put an E at the end. Okay, so let's just read it through first. So, bonjour monsieur, bonjour madame, bonjour mademoiselle, bonjour monsieur, bonjour madame. Qu'est-ce que vous allez boire? Qu'est-ce que vous allez boire? Pour boire, je voudrais un jus d'orange, un jus de pomme, s'il vous plaît. Et pour manger? Pour manger, je voudrais un croissant, un pain en raisin, un pain au chocolat, s'il vous plaît. Merci bien. Plus tard. L'addition, s'il vous plaît. L'addition, s'il vous plaît. Bien sûr, monsieur. Oh, écoutez, bien sûr, madame. Bien sûr, mademoiselle. Voilà. Le pourboire est inclus. Le pourboire est inclus. Merci beaucoup. Okay, let's just translate it together. So, bonjour, monsieur would be hello, sir. Bonjour, madame. Hello, madam. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Hello, miss. So you would use this if you're talking to a young lady who was not married usually. Okay, so the same. The customer will reply, bonjour, monsieur, madame, or mademoiselle. Okay, so when you do your role play, you will have to think of who are you talking to. Okay, so if the client is talking to the server, who's a man, you would have to say monsieur. But in your case, as a young lady, you may want to use mademoiselle, but if you want to say madame instead, that is fine. So, qu'est-ce que vous allez boire? Okay. Qu'est-ce que means what? Vous allez boire. Would you like to drink? Boire is to drink. Pour boire, to drink, je voudrais, I would like. So here are some examples of drinks. Un jus d'orange, which is an orange juice. Un jus de pomme, which is an apple juice. Don't forget to say, s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît, which is please. By the way, you would say s'il vous plaît if you don't know the person. But if you're talking to a friend, for example, and you still want to say please, you would say s'il te plaît. S'il te plaît. Okay? Et pour manger, and to eat. Pour manger, to eat, je voudrais, I would like, un croissant. You know what a croissant is. Un pain au raisin. So un pain au raisin is pastry as well, isn't it? It is usually the shape of a snail. And it's pastry, raisins, and a sort of a custard in the middle, which is very tasty. Un pain au chocolat. Obviously, you know what it is. S'il vous plaît, don't forget again. Merci bien. So merci bien means thank you very much. But you could also say merci beaucoup, which is exactly the same. Right. Plus tard. Later on. So when the customer has finished his meal, he will ask, l'addition, s'il vous plaît. L'addition is the bill. Bien sûr, monsieur. Of course, sir. Voilà, here it is. Le pourboire. Pourboire is a tip. Inclus is included. Merci beaucoup, thank you very much. Okay, so in France, you have to give tips. It's expected. Okay, children, so here is an example of a role play. Okay, so what we'd like you to do is to work in teams. So what we'd like you to do is to work with the person next to you, okay, and create together your own role play. So one will be the serveur and the other one will be the client, okay. Now, you may want to choose other words. You may want to order other things. So on the next slide, you will find a menu. And I've also given you a sheet with a translation of all the words, which you may find useful. However, if you want to go further and use some other words for your role play, you may want to use an iPad. It's entirely up to you. Right, one thing I would say. So when you have done your role play, before acting, you may want to create your own menu on paper. Okay, so following the next slide, you may want to start with starters, okay, which will be entrée. You may want to talk about les plats, which are dishes. You may want to talk about boissons, which are drinks. Okay, so just have a look at the next slide. We'll go through it in a minute to plan your menu. So a menu, again, what is it in a restaurant or in a cafe? It's a list of the food or drinks that the cafe or the restaurant offer. Okay, so when you create your menu, okay, you may want to illustrate it as well. By illustrating, I mean draw pictures of food or drinks that you're offering to make it more attractive. On the top also, you may want to choose a name. And how about choosing a French name for your cafe? Just an example, that could be La Tour Eiffel, which is the Eiffel Tower. It's entirely up to you. Now, in your role play, in your menu also, what you will need to do is to mention the currency. Now, the currency is the money. Okay, so at the moment, €1 is roughly 0.86 pounds sterling or 86 pence. So roughly think it through to make sure that your prices make sense. Here is the list of the food you may want to use. Now you have it on paper too, and I've translated it as well. So feel free to use some of the dishes or drinks as well. And have you noticed on the right hand side, I've written some examples of prices in euros. Now, the euro symbol is a little bit different to the pound sterling. Okay, this is like a C with two little lines across. You've seen the example. Okay, so let's recap. When you have plan your role play, okay, when it's written down in your book, you may want to keep practicing it. Okay, also you may want to use your menu to choose some drinks or dishes from it. Okay, so when you have finished your menu, practice your role play. You may want to act in front of the class. That would be fantastic. You could be recorded, and if you were recorded, I will be able to see it and enjoy your to listen to you too. So that would be fantastic. Right, children. Enjoy. À bientôt. Au revoir les enfants.